Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I would like to talk with you today about some really important information. And this information gets to the point of, could your baby's brain injury at birth have been prevented? Now, for today's video, I'm not going to get too deep into the issues of genetics or developmental abnormalities and things of that nature, because yes, those things can cause a baby to suffer an injury at birth or to develop a brain injury. And a lot of times individuals, they know a lot about that, because if you look on the internet, there's plenty of information that deals with those issues. Mothers with having infections, and like I said, genetic issues or developmental abnormalities, all of these things, there's a lot of information out here on the internet about that. But what happens when the baby is developing the right way? There are no problems. Mother has an uneventful pregnancy, listening to all of the orders and the things from her doctor, and we get into the labor and delivery room, and this is where things break down. See, that is the point of today's video. Today's video is to talk with you a little bit further about these issues and how in some cases we can see that a baby that has developed and has had no problems with anything, and they suffer an injury because of a failure in the labor and delivery room of the nurses and the doctors to properly read the electronic fetal heart monitor, to properly diagnose fetal distress, and then for doctors to fail to treat that fetal distress. Now, I talked about the electronic fetal heart monitor, and I've done a lot of videos on the electronic fetal heart monitor. And just to say, that device is really important, because what it does is it helps doctors and nurses be able to determine how well a baby is tolerating a vaginal delivery. That's what it's doing. It's looking at the baby's heart rate. It's looking at variability. It's looking at whether there are accelerations or whether there are decelerations. It's looking at a lot of patterns. It's looking at certain things, and doctors and nurses are trained to read those readings. They're trained to know how to interpret the information from the electronic fetal heart monitor. And when they misinterpret it, when they miss the signs, when they don't treat it the correct way, then a baby can suffer an injury at birth. And this can be because in some cases the baby will have a reduced level of blood and oxygen, and that reduced level of blood and oxygen can then lead to a brain injury. Maybe if you are watching this video, you've heard your doctors talk about this word called HIE, hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. Maybe that's something they've talked with you about, and essentially what that is what I just said, a reduced level of blood and oxygen, which can lead to a brain injury. So the purpose of today's video is to help you understand this process, is to help you understand that not every cause of a baby's brain injury at birth is going to be because of genetics. It's going to be because of maternal infection or something like that. Not every case is going to be like that. In some of these situations, what we see is a breakdown in the labor and delivery room, and the doctors and nurses not meeting the standard of care. And by not meeting this standard, this is what has caused this baby to suffer a brain injury. If you would like to speak with me further, this is what I invite you to do. The phone number is on the screen. Go ahead and pick up the phone and give me a call. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the childbirth injury and medical malpractice attorneys practicing law here at Boston Law Group, LLC, in the state of Maryland. And we will see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.